Hey guys, and welcome back to Skizzlecraft. I'm getting ready to do the next part of the building, and I've run into a little bit of problem, is resources. I'm running low on resources. I've done a lot of building, especially the surface buildings with the sandstone lately, and I'm kind of running a little bit low. So I've got the sandstone out that I need for the next part of the building here, which is fine. I've still got to sort the rest out, but we've got the sandstone. But when I've been packing this up from our bulk storage area, this is our sandstone over here. Yeah, smooth sandstone, this was full. But we are down to this left over, which is enough for another small building after this one, but not much. We've got a little bit more normal sandstone, but still not a lot, just over 2 double chests, 2.5 double chests. Cut sandstone, we've got almost nothing. These are just the extra things, they don't really count. But yeah, we do have a little bit of sandstone, but not really much. I will need more smooth, so a lot of that could be just shoved in the super smelter. But we need to go out and start gathering as well. I also need a lot more tuff, which isn't that bad because I've had a few people donating stuff, so we still have got quite a bit of tuff here, but it's still not actually that much. We've got 2 full shulker boxes basically. 3, let's say, if you count, you know, what I've already got into bricks. Yeah, so I'm running a little bit short. Leaves I've been using a lot of, but I've sorted them out and I've still got quite a lot. I've still got enough for quite a while for that. I probably will need more spruce at some point. We've still got plenty of the stripped logs thanks to the donations we've got. I can't really remember what else we've been using. Mud, that's another thing. I did collect some of this a while ago, but again, we're starting to get low. We've got 2 double chests, 2 shulker boxes, 1 double chest, and a little bit here. So we're going to need a lot more of that, as well as things like the nether brick fences. I've got enough of them for now. Actually, I smelted tons of nether bricks, nether rack, so I've got nether bricks. So nether brick fences are fine. Dark oak, I need some more for all the dark oak fences we're going to use, especially on not the next bit, but when we get over to the towers that go behind that most recent place we built. So yeah, we've got a lot of gathering to do. I've still got a lot of glass, but I think I'll probably start collecting some more if I'm going to the desert anyway, because well, when I'm building like this with this much glass on, I think I've got about half a double chest full. Deep slate I've got quite a bit of, and there's not tons of deep slate in it. That's more just for adding a little bit of shadows to it. And then grass is also a one I'm going to be struggling with soon, especially with the rest of the terraforming that needs doing. But I think I'm going to leave the grass for now. I think we're going to start by doing a bit of a resource gathering time, a couple of hours probably, to stock up. The sandstone's the biggest thing we need. I think we might just grab an inventory full of shulker boxes and head out and fill all those up with sandstone. I'll need more than 1 pickaxe. Obviously I've got 3, so we'll just take them and see how far we get with 3 of the pickaxes, 3 netherite pickaxes worth of sandstone, and see how much that gets us. So that is sandstone stocked up for now. I'm not saying this will be enough. What's that one? That's the glass. I'm not saying this will be enough for the rest of the base, but yeah, it's fine for now. Empty shulker box and sand. So let's get all this down into the storage just down here. So I've already shoved a load of normal sandstone. Ooh, presents. Lots of deep slate. Very nice. I need that. I don't know who left it. There's no sign. Who left it? Thank you. Whoever it was. That's, yeah, that's a little bit of a sneak peek at resources for a future build. Possibly next episode, depending on how I'm feeling. Right. Anyway, let's get down over here. Place all these down because we need to get them emptied. Which one was that? That's normal sandstone. Right, give me a minute to sort all this out into the chests. There we go, that's much better. So, sandstone now we have stocked up quite a lot. This is actually completely full of sandstone, and we do have up in the storage room almost a double chest of sandstone in there as well. This is almost full. We've got up to here, so the rest of these are full now. So that will give us quite a bit to work with. I do need some more cut sandstone. I actually might just empty some of these out into cut sandstone now, but I can just kind of make these as I need them, which is, well, it's kind of why I've only got one single chest here for that, because I think it's actually the cut sandstone I use the least of. We've got enough slabs and stuff for now. These I just kind of make as I need them for each build. And I've got the next build's worth out of there already. Let's go put all these shulker boxes. I keep thinking I still need to go around a corner when I come out of there, which I don't anymore. Let's show all the shulker boxes in here because, well, we're running low. We have no shulker shells left. Most of those are actually in here because I was running low on grass blocks. And I did mention it, so people came with grass. So I've got a lot of shulkers of grass in here now, stocked up. And obviously I need to give people their shulker boxes back. I'm not going to take their shulker boxes of stuff and not give them shulker boxes back because, yeah, that happens. I don't know who those shulker boxes of deep slate are from, but I'll figure that out and I can give them some shulkers back as well. We've got shulker boxes everywhere. But now, for the building today, I thought we can stay out in the sunshine. We can enjoy this lovely scenery we've got around us, and we can start building the tallest part of the castle. So, I wonder if you guys know what the tallest part of Hogwarts is. And if not, I will let you know. It's going to go right here on this spot where we've marked this out, and it's going to go really high up, and that is the Astronomy Tower. So this one kind of has like a completely flat face with lots of windows on it, which means the detailing is going to come from a lot of the sandstone, and I'm probably going to end up putting some greenery on it at some point later as well. This goes all the way to the top, but then we have kind of a glass window, circular glass window at the top, and this is where they have astronomy classes. So I've actually thought about how I'm going to do the classroom at the top. I do need to grab a load of armor stands. I need to grab some amethyst, which I don't actually have any of, I don't think. And I need to make a load of spyglasses as well. So that is the next thing I need to be figuring out. I've got all the resources. You probably saw all the shulker boxes up there. So I've got the resources needed. The only thing that's going to be inside this actually is the Astronomy Tower classroom. The rest of the tower is just going to be this big spiral staircase all the way up. For now, I might see if I can do something in it later, but it does have this kind of spiral staircase going up, which is kind of difficult to add anything else when you build it in Minecraft. There would probably be doors leading off in like the game and well, in the book, the actual design of the castle, but with Minecraft being limited, it's just going to be a staircase going all the way up. I did come in here for something and I can't remember where it was. Amethyst, that's what I need, which means I need to go digging. I don't think we found actually. I haven't found one here. I'm going to go message some people and ask if anyone's got a geode that is open that I can take some crystals from to make spyglasses with. I think I might have to go visit someone else. Haha, I remembered this. We have this trial chamber under our base, which I don't know if I've shown you actually. I found this when I was digging, and I've been around the whole thing and just blocked off all the spawners. Yeah, there's one over here. Everything's blocked off like this. I actually haven't done any of it. I don't think I got any keys from them. And I've marked them all off like this. And I think we have, I think there's 7 breeze spawners in it. It's a really big trial chamber, but it also overlaps with the deep dark, which is why I kind of just blocked them and ran. But then I remembered it also overlapped this. So that must mean we've got a geode right here. So I do remember seeing this and just digging my way through a little bit and thought I'd leave it for later. So we do actually have a geode in our base. We've just not done anything with it. So if we get this open, I haven't got a slower pickaxe. I've only got this one, so I have to be careful we don't break anything. I do need torches. There we go. No, it's a bit of an odd geode. It's kind of half geode, but it'll do. It's enough. I love the sound of these. So these are just the things we need. I need to get my fortune pickaxe. Let's see. Silk touch. Although silk touch would be good for these little, at some point, because I like the decorations of these. They look very magical. So at some point I will be coming down here to do some silk touching for decorations at some point. But for now we just need to stock up on a load of crystals to make spyglasses with. That's much better. I thought I might as well do this, and then we've got it accessible for next time since we're here. It didn't take very long, and we've got a nice little chunk of resources to take back with us as well. Let's just go grab these. I just grabbed a couple of these with silk touch while I was here. There we go. I think that's all of it. So that is enough resources for the spyglasses. So we can head back up and make a load of spyglasses now, if I can remember how to get out of here. So there we go. Spyglasses done. We have armor stands, which I think will be enough. If I've got a shulker box with space in. There we go. That can go in there. So now we've got... Where's that one empty? Anyway, we've got all the resources needed for this build. Sandstone, lots of sandstone. Hopefully enough. And then the spyglasses as well. I think that's everything we need. I'm pretty sure. If there's anything else I think of going up or any changes I want to make to how I've got it planned, then we can always just go and get some. I think we've got most things in the storage room now. It's getting easier and easier to set up shulker boxes for each build with the amount of resources we've got in. And honestly, the amount of people donating resources is great. So I just got 9 shulker boxes of tough bricks from Velvet Mist because she cleared out a trial chamber and gave me the tough, which is very nice. So it's going to be a while till I have to get some more tough for the roofs. I actually think that's enough tough for the roof on the rest of the castle. I don't think I'll need to mine anymore. All depends on how much I need to use for the Chamber of Secrets. And then obviously once we start getting underground, the dungeons and stuff, there's going to be less sandstone and more deep slate and tuff and stuff. It's going to be a lot darker and danker under there. So maybe I'll end up using some more. Let's just shove this empty shulker box out the way. So I think we need to get started with this. Now, I might go a little bit opposite today. I'm tempted to build the staircase first and then the walls. I don't know why. Just for something different to do. It might be good seeing the staircase go up, but we'll have to see. I might have to go grab some dirt because I'm building it out of slabs. And if I've not... Where's the slabs? These. And if I've not got the walls of the building to put the slabs up against, it's going to be a bit annoying. So we'll see. We'll see how far the first couple of layers of staircase go. And if I decide that it's too much of a pain and I don't want to do it like that because it's easier to do with the sandstone walls around it, then we can always switch up. But we are going to get this done now. We're going to do it in one big time lapse. We're going to do the staircase and then we're going to do the outside of the building before we start working on the classroom. So that's the outside of the building done. I've still got a lot to go. It took quite a while to do. It does look a little bit plain on this side, but this is going to be surrounded by other buildings, so that's fine. From the front, I've just used the last of my rockets, but we'll be able to see. Actually, it might be better if we land. So you can see we've got all the windows on the front, and this is exactly how it looks on, well, on pretty much everything. On the movie, on the games, on the Lego sets, they all have this bit full of windows, and then we have the circular window at the top, which you can see I've not done yet, but I've got the glass for it. This is the open section, and I actually can't get up there without more rockets, so I need to go get some. But if we head down into the bottom, we've still got the courtyards and stuff to do, all the detailing. This section here is actually going to have floors all the way across and rooms going in. You can see I've left gaps for each of the rooms. So each of these sections where there's a gap, there's going to be a floor. So I can put stuff. They're not very big, but I can put some things in them when I start doing the interiors. So this is the centerpiece, and we've got the staircase going up. I do need to go around and do the lighting properly. I've just added torches in a few places for now. Takes a while to get up, but as we go all the way up to the top of this, there's actually not much to see when we get up there, but we'll get there eventually. Might be easier to fly up. Nearly there. Nearly up. Here we go. To the top of the staircase. Now this is going to have another staircase going up into that section up there. You know what? Let me get some rockets. That's better. Okay. Then once we've got this done, let's land on here because there's no flooring in any of it. So that's going to be a staircase to go up into this section. I think somewhere. I need to figure out exactly how it's going to do, but there's going to be another staircase that then goes up here, which leads into the classroom, and the floor of the classroom is going to be at this level. Then it's going to go up to a little bit on this level, and where we've got the big windows here is going to be where we have all the spyglasses, telescopes and stuff set up. And I don't know whether you actually remember it from the movie, but it has this kind of circular instrument in the middle of that, which is actually, it's difficult to see because I've got no floor, but in the middle of this that's kind of like this circular instrument that spins around. If I can remember, then I'll try and put a picture on the screen of it. But I've got to try and build that, which is a bit difficult, but I've kind of figured out how it will work best with the limited space. But I think the next thing I need to do is to grab the blocks I need for flooring and stuff and staircases and get that done. Then we can actually get up and down the tower easily without having to fly or jump around or dodge these little sections. Right, now those little details are done, I've added in these little side sections where it's going to connect onto the courtyard and finished up the detailing so it fits in with this side that we've done already. And I've been round and lit the whole thing up and put the floors in. I think I did all the floors. As you can see, we've got the first one here. So it's going to take a bit of a walk. We need to go all the way up the staircase once again. So these are all lit up. There's a couple of spots that didn't quite reach, so I've just added in a bit of glow lichen in the corners. It was like these one single spots in certain corners that it didn't actually light up. So these are little rooms we've got. I don't know what I'm putting into them just yet because they're not really big enough to be like a classroom or something. So I don't know whether they'll be like study rooms or storage rooms or... yeah, I don't quite know just yet, but we need to put something in them. We've got 3 of them, I think. If we carry on going up, and they're all exactly the same. They're just these little tiny rooms, and the floor is the same, and the size is the same. So, yeah, we'll have to figure out what we're going to do in each of these 3 little sections. But now we get to the top. Again, this is another little section I don't know what to do with yet, but because we're going up the staircase, I think this might end up just having like maybe some beehives as boxes and bookshelves and maybe a little statue if I can. Well, I'm not very good at statues, so I need to figure out some kind of small ones that I can put around the place instead of using armor stands. This is the first room. Again, I can't remember what's in this first room, so I might actually have to have a Google and see if I can find out. There's another staircase that goes up here, or we can go up this way. And this is where the classroom's going to be. So we're going to have tables and stuff over here and over here. We're going to have a little area for the teacher. I might do that kind of raised platform like I did in one of the other classrooms. And then we've got the staircase here that goes up to the actual little platform thing where all the telescopes are going to be pointing out in all the different directions. And then we just need to build the big circular thing in the middle that I mentioned before. I just realised that I didn't do the window that's supposed to be here. So I think we'll just add that now. There we go. That's better. So the window is done now. And I've just used the different shades of blue to give it that kind of spirally look with the limited space that we do actually have. So that's done now. I need to go around and light this area up. I think it's best to add in all the decorations and stuff first, detailing, interior design and things like that before I do all the lighting up, because, well, never mind, look, I'll end up lighting up and then I'll have to move it around because I'll need to put a table or something where I light up. But I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break from building for now. It is getting late, and see if I can head out into the server and, well, be a little bit more social. So I might go and see if I can come and visit someone's base and have a look around.
So we can either look down first or we can look up.
You died. You're showing me.
Let's go. So we go to the underwater bit first.
Okay. I like the colours.
Come down here.
I do like the colours. I like
yeah.
the oxidised copper and prismarine. It just doesn't fit with my base.
No, and the purple fits with it,
Yeah.
which is nice. So under my base, I found that I had a ravine.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, make it part of the base. So it's like a bit of a maze in here.
Wait, was this was a ravine? Seriously?
It was an underwater ravine.
Wow.
So it covered it over with glass, and I made copper beams across to hold the roof up. And I just like the glowberries because it's meant to be slightly abandoned, so it's all slightly overgrown and things are growing. I've got a little cherry tree here because I do like the part effect. That's the first cherry tree I tried to make myself.
That's very nice.
And then we've got a funnel down here. This goes to a, what do you call it? Conduit.
Ah.
So I put a conduit in here, and I found out that you can actually put conduits inside. They don't have to be open to the water. So it's actually sealed in a chamber.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think it just has to be under.
It just has to be underwater.
Cool.
So yeah, that helps give me a lot of light outside. But
yeah, the night vision underwater vision thing must help a lot.
I've done an awful lot of underwater stuff, and I've got 6 or 7 conduits spread around.
I like it. It's very pretty.
Thank you. I do like pretty. I do find it quite relaxing to have a wander around. So, but this is the downstairs. So if we then head up.
Yeah. It's not really colours that I generally use, but it's colours that I do like the look of. I'm just not very good at building with them.
It all started because I liked the geode and I liked prismarine, and so I went, right, let's see what I could do, because I've never built before, so I had to start somewhere.
Yeah, I guess you're a regular at the prismarine farm then, the Guardian farm.
I was, but I've actually got plenty at the moment. I spent a day just AFK in there, and I've not used up everything I've got.
Oh, I needed like 16 sea lanterns for the Chamber of Secrets tunnels, and I looked in my prismarine chest and it was like 6 pieces of prismarine. That was it. It's like, I have to go to the Guardian farm. It's kind of empty.
I've got some. If you look under the water, if you look under the water quickly, the whole of this biome was gravel.
Wow. Oh, I like this. This looks really nice.
It's now all mud.
I like the rocks thrown around with the tuff and the The
Yeah,
mossy gob, it looks very nice.
Yeah, I'm quite chuffed with it. It's come out quite well.
Yeah, and then just the odd bits of bubbles thrown in.
Yeah, just to give a bit of movement.
Yeah.
It is funny when you're thinking a squid gets caught in the bubbles, because then it's bouncing in and out of the water, and you're like, what on earth is going on? So we can stay underwater and come over here, I think it is.
Yeah.
And there was a big hole, so I made a crystal tree in it.
Oh, I like that.
And there's some other big holes around with the black, and which I filled with black, and then filled it on top with the calcite and stuff.
It looks
Which
really
makes
cool.
the purples. It makes the purple really pop.
Ooh, dolphin's grace.
Oh yeah, the
I
dolphins
just,
can be a
I
pain
just
at
suddenly
times.
went zooming. This doesn't look like it was naturally spawned. It
What
looks like you've
wasn't this village?
the village. It looks like you've like intentionally built it. It looks great.
The village was there. I've added a few little bits, like some of the prismarine, and I've tidied up around them.
Yeah.
But the actual village and the buildings were here originally.
Yeah, it was just the way you've like changed it a little bit and then blended the surroundings into it and terraformed. Yeah. It looks really. It looks like you've built it all yourself. It looks really good. I like it.
And then a friend of mine said you should need a submarine.
Yes.
And I have never built a submarine. So I figured out and built myself a submarine. So I then decided I needed some ships. Ooh. As you do. So if you fly with me. So I decided to build my own ship. I didn't copy someone's.
Wow.
And I came up with this.
See, seeing things like this makes it makes it very difficult to believe that you've only ever built little houses before.
I've only ever built little houses.
I can't build a ship to save my life. Oh.
I couldn't find one I liked. So yet again. And then Bob helped me with some heads and found some ones to fit.
Oh, they're cool.
I've got some of them. So it looks like I'm using amethyst dust. So that's the front. I started off with this, so a little crockety path. And it leads through basically an overgrown kind of floating oasis thing.
Very cute. I'm not good at building little lakes. I've tried so many times and they always just look silly. But these look very nice.
Thank you. I just play until I think it looks right. The graft helps. I always bone meal them. Yeah. Otherwise they look just sterile, and the bone meal just gives it a nice little mixture. So I've got a couple of little buildings dotted here and there around, and there's little pathways. It's all meant to be slightly overgrown, the moss and stuff, hiding where people had been going. So if you come, we'll go to the top. So there's a large temple type building at the top, which it's broken through the water.
Yeah.
So, and then you can follow the pathway down. Kind of just broken up pathway. So it's been here a long time and nature's taking it back over.
Yeah.
So, and we cross over the stream. We come inside the grotto where there's the temple to the crystal tree.
Ooh.
Where some very clever person has helped me do some armor stands. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then we come into the main room where the crystal tree is. And the story is people that lived here centuries ago made a big mistake and everything went black. And the only way to restore the tree was to sacrifice themselves in the hope that their powers would restore the tree. And the trees come back to life, and the blackness, which is all of this fine obsidian, is slowly disappearing as the crystals take it back over.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah, which explains why it feels abandoned, because there's no one being left here.
Yeah.
And then the sailing ships and the submarine and new people that have moved in.
Yeah, makes sense.
If you fly around the island, I've used the fine obsidian in a few places to make it look like
Oh yeah, the little
still got
patches.
corruption and stuff.
It looks very cool.
Thank you.
This is
no,
amazing.
I've really enjoyed
Honestly, it's really, really good. I love it.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much. You have to show me where the portal is, maybe. It's underneath, isn't it?
Yeah, underneath.
I'll find it.
Central trawl of it. Hubert the sheep should be there.
I see it. I see the vines in the way.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you for the tour.
You're more than welcome. And I will see you another day.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was nice to get out of the base for a little bit and do something else. That was a really nice base to look at. I really loved the colour scheme. But now we're back to finish the Astronomy Tower. Now, I've just done a little bit up here, as you can see. I've added the armour stands to make the telescopes at the top of the Astronomy Tower in each of these sections. And I've just added these little carpets down because I think, according to book 5, they kind of lie down while looking in the telescope. So I've just added these like little carpets as if they've got a place they're going to be lay down. I mean, it would make more sense if it was in front of the telescope, but I think it looks fine as it is. So all that's left to do now is this little section down here, which is the actual classroom. I think first I need to go and empty some of my shulker boxes out because I don't actually need that many resources in here. We've just got the tables, we've got the teachers area, and I'm going to do a table probably along here with a load of spyglasses on as if like kind of storage. And then I think the only thing left to do after that will be to go around and light the place up properly without these torches everywhere. I forgot to show you in case you noticed. I also added this little bit. Now, it's really difficult to do these kind of shapes in Minecraft. I'll try, if I remember, to put a picture of it, what it's supposed to look like on the screen so you can kind of see what I was going for. But I think it turned out pretty well considering the limited space we've got to build these like multiple overlapping circles. And then I've just added a beacon down here just to do that extra little bit of detail there. And I did think about doing something to give it a beam, but I think the beam of light would ruin this, and you don't really have anything like that in the actual Astronomy Tower. So I think I want to leave it as it is. But the next thing we need to do is to get this part built. So that is this section done. I didn't want to add too much. I didn't want it overcrowded. I was tempted to put some like beehives or stuff into the corners just to have some boxes, but I thought it looked too cluttered. But in here I might just add a tiny little bit of detailing in here. Now it's done. It does look kind of dark. It is nighttime anyway, but I've kept it down a little bit. Well, a little bit darker. I've used the soul lanterns instead of the normal ones, and then some candles because it is the Astronomy Tower and you don't want it to be too bright when they're going to be stargazing. So I've just added them down there. And up here, the beacons actually lighten the whole place up, which means this is actually a little bit brighter than down there, but I think it works fine. It would have been nice to have it slightly darker up here. Oh, now it's daytime. But yeah, a bit darker would have been nice because this is where the telescopes are, but I think it works quite well. And it just means up here we don't need any torches or any kind of lighting because the beacon does it all. So I think that is everything. I'm kind of thinking now that I need something in here. I need to go add those details. So I just got a few things here. We don't need too much doing, but I just thought we can kind of add a couple of kind of random things like this dotted around, and then it just fills up this space a little bit more. Let's turn that around because we don't want the exact same shape. So just kind of like this. Then we could add like one of these if I can figure out which side's got the pattern on. Like that. And then I've got a couple of books we can just add in. Maybe one there and one up here. Like that. That just fills out that little space. And then we can do another one over here as well with these. Don't really need that one in the corner because you're not going to be able to see it. So we can just do that. And then chest on top, barrel. Maybe put our pot on top of the barrel. I really hate placing these because I can never know which way this is. Let's try this one. Not that way. I can't remember which one I'm doing. This one? There we go. That one on there. This one can just go somewhere in the corner like that. Again, wrong way. Oops. Let me fix the ceiling. Now I've got to walk all the way back up, which is kind of annoying. I wish the place you could see the symbol when it's in your hand is the direction. So if I put it this way, that means the axe thing would be facing that way, but it doesn't seem to be working like that. Okay, I placed that. So it seems to be the way I'm facing, so I'll put it that way. It should be there. There we go. Much better. Is that enough? Let's add another one there, and maybe... Oh no, we can't add one there. We can add one here, though. I think that's enough. I think that's actually more than enough. I've got one more barrel I want to add, but... Yeah, I think we'll leave it as it is. I think that is enough just to fill those two little corners of the teacher's area. It does look a little bit more teacher-like. A little bit classroom-like. Let's add the bookshelves. Oh, the books into the bookshelves, should I say. There we go. And that now is the whole astronomy tower done. I don't think there is any more details I want to add. This is my chalkboard, by the way. I tried doing it just as a banner. It is just a banner, but it looked a little bit odd and I didn't like the movement. So I've just added an armour stand here, and then the chalkboard is on an armour stand as well, with the banners on an armour stand. Then it kind of, it gives it that little bit where it goes up just because of the placement. And I've also made it larger. So the banner actually had a pixel. I think it was just 1 pixel or 2 pixels or something on each side. So I just made it bigger so it actually fits perfectly on the trapdoors, which I think looks much better. So that's our little chalkboard as well. And I think I'm done. There is a lot down here left to decorate, but as I've said lots of times, I am leaving a lot of the interior design until later. So once the outside of the castle is done, then we will start working on the interior. I just want to get a few of the major rooms done. I want the Chamber of Secrets finished. I want the 4 commons rooms done. I want some of the classrooms done, which is what I've been doing. But all these other rooms, like these that I actually don't know what's supposed to be in them, they are all going to be decorated after the outside of the castle is done and all those other things. The staircase is really great, but it's kind of annoying to walk down. There we go. But I think that is where we're going to leave today's episode. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It actually took a lot longer than... Well, a lot longer than most things. I think the only part of the castle so far that took longer was this section because, well, it was a very large section to build all in one go, and probably the Great Hall just because that was on an angle. But I think actually this took a lot longer than the rest. I mean, it is a lot bigger. Even though the main structure of it was quite simple. It was just, you probably saw it on the time lapse, it was just the same shape all the way up. But it's just the size of it, it just seemed to keep going and keep going as I was building. And it is actually the tallest tower in Hogwarts. It is taller than this by about 4 blocks. The spire part on both of them, this one is slightly taller. So technically it is the tallest tower, and I'm pretty sure that that's accurate, that the Astronomy Tower is the tallest tower in Hogwarts. So yeah, it worked out pretty well. I could have, if I wanted it more noticeable, I could have added maybe 1 more layer of windows, but I did like how it turned out. I like the way it looks. But I'm going to leave this episode here. Let's have a quick fly around and have a look at the castle so far with shaders on. There we go. With the moon rising just behind the castle, I think it's looking fantastic. I really like the atmosphere of it. I wasn't sure at first with shaders because of the way it's lit up. It does look kind of patchy, but the only way to solve that is to light the whole thing up completely. And I didn't like the look of that. I tried one area. I can't remember where it was. Oh, I deleted it. I tried round here by the Great Hall, this section here, and tried lighting it up with loads of glow lichen around so it was kind of even, and it just didn't look right. It was too bright both during the day and at night, so I thought I'd get rid of them and we'll just have the patchiness. I mean, when you're doing it without shaders on, that patchiness isn't as noticeable, so I guess maybe some shaders, maybe that won't be as noticeable either, but I'm happy with how it turns out. I've tried to focus a lot of the lighting on the outside around the windows so it looks as if the outside of the castle is being lit up from inside, from the windows. So things like this here, we've got a torch inside the tower behind the glass. You can actually see them there, lighting that tower up. All these sections, we've actually got light just inside the windows somewhere. There we go. So that is lighting up the outside. There's only a few places like here where we've got the outside lit up. The courtyards and the bridges and stuff are obviously going to have their own lighting. So I'm really happy with how this is going so far. I can't wait to get the rest of this done. But I think for the next episode, we're going to leave the outside once again, and we're going to delve into the depths of the Chamber of Secrets once again and get the actual chamber built, because, well, I've had quite a few people donating deep slate, as you've seen. It's still sat in those shulker boxes over by the storage room, so that is kind of the main block that I was missing. I've still got plenty of tuff, both things that I have done that I've mined myself and donations. I actually got tons of tough bricks donated, so I think I'm pretty much stocked up for what I need to do for the Chamber of Secrets. So I think we're going to head down there and build the chamber. And building the chamber means building statues, which I'm not very good at, but we will get working on those snake statues. We'll get working on the giant slithering head statue, which in the books it's technically a full body statue, but I'm going to go with the movies and do the head things, you know, like where the snake can come out the mouth. I like the way that looks, so that's what I'm going to build. And then my biggest fear of building in Minecraft is building something that's supposed to be alive. So now I have to build the basilisk, and I'm not looking forward to that part. But we have to go out of our comfort zone sometimes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you will join me in the next episode to complete the Chamber of Secrets. So let me know what you think of the Astronomy Tower, and let me know what you think of, well, the whole build so far. I love to read the comments, or sometimes it's just messages in game, or tweets, or Discord messages, or anything. I do get quite a lot of comments in places other than the actual comment section down below, but it is always fun to get a comment on the video. So if you've got something you want to say, let me know down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.